Whew. Alright, here we are, game 2 between EHOME.Keen and LGD. And let's get right into it. Take a look over at the bans from both sides. Magnus, Slardar, Naga Siren from EHOME.Keen. And then LGD, they've banned out the Abaddon, Legion Commander, Lena, and Ember Spirit. So first two pickups for both teams. EHOME.Keen, Nyx Assassin, Warlock, LGD Gaming. Monkey King and Crystal Maiden. So Clockwork banned out for EHOME.Keen. LGD, they've picked up their position 4 and 5 with Monkey King and Crystal Maiden for EHOME.Keen. Nyx Assassin, Warlock. You could say that's the 4 and 5 there too. Nyx Assassin could go offlane, which I think is a bit more effective than going 4. I like him more as the offlaner than the 4. It puts Warlock in a 4 position, getting more farm as a support, which he doesn't need too much. You know, the levels are fine. You get yourself level 6, the Chaotic Offering, and then you're kind of set from there. But obviously gold is a little bit better for Warlock. It is for every hero, of course. But, you know, I do like Nyx in the offlane more than the 4 position. And I like Warlock 4 than 5. So, we'll see. EHOME.Keen, they could put Nyx Assassin 4, Warlock 5 easily. For LGD, it looks as though Crystal Maiden 5, Monkey King 4. That should be pretty much a given. And then let's see what they go with the rest of this draft. You know, they're not going to go Earth Spirit. That's not really their move just yet. And by not their move just yet, it's not their move at all. They've already picked up a support, so they're not going to go Earth Spirit, Monkey King, and Crystal Maiden. But they do pick up the Phantom Assassin. So Phantom Assassin, Monkey King, and Crystal Maiden. Pretty solid trio. Frostbite, Ballast Strike, Blink Strike, Stifling Dagger, things that are nice for LGD. Quite a bit of slow, gonna have that crit, you're gonna hit hard with that Stifling Dagger, you're making time for the Phantom Assassin to get up into the face of EHOME.Keen, and I like it. I like LGD's draft up to this point. Nyx Assassin, Warlock, it's okay, the team fight's there for Warlock, the vision is there for a Nyx. Really, the question is what they follow this up with. That's really going to take care of a Phantom Assassin. And Axe is okay there. You know, Blink Call on a couple of these heroes for an Axe, it's nice. And Phantom Assassin gets low enough, you just get the Culling Blade, knock her right out. You know, things could be good.
10 seconds remaining.
So Phantom Assassin, Crystal Maiden, Monkey King. Phantom Assassin probably in that safe lane. Could be mid though. We've seen, as much as this, every time I say this, it gets flamed in chat for being stupid 2K caster nonsense. We've seen Phantom Assassin mid multiple times, and for people to continue to tell me that's just not going to happen is you know, just naive. But Tidehunter offlane, it could be Phantom Assassin mid yet. That means a safe laner could come out for LGD. But that's what I like. When LGD drafts, and it didn't work out last game, but when LGD's been drafting thus far, they kind of keep you on your toes on what's going to be where. Like, this Phantom Assassin could surely go safe lane. But at the same time, Phantom Assassin mid, it's not too bad. It's not that great against Lena, but that's why they banned it. So, you know, LGD could move around their heroes, and in EHOME.Keen, they kind of have to draft around that. I've got my mouse in the middle of Axe. That probably annoys you guys. And, you know, EHOME.Keen, Nyx, Warlock, Axe, Lifestealer could come out. Terrorblade's nice. Terrorblade Axe, Warlock, Nyx, that's push. Get a nice Golem. Terrorblade Metamorphosis. And the thing I like about Terrorblade is Terrorblade fights early, and I like that. He's going to be up against Tidehunter. I don't think he's going to be taking out a Tidehunter too much. But Terrorblade early is a very nice asset. And to work that around maybe the Call of Axe, or early the, you know, the Rock of Warlock, or really a Nyx that comes in with a Vendetta stun. Terrorblade can make it happen. He can make it work. A nice stun from Nyx with a Metamorphosis from Terrorblade will almost certainly get EHOME.Keen a kill. So Puck and Invoker banned out. Last picks for these teams. They think Phantom Assassin's not going to go mid. They ban the Invoker out. So with this lineup, I could see that. A lot of slow for LGD to let Phantom Assassin get close. Could see a TA come mid for LGD. Mirana's going to be picked up for EHOME.
LGD's turn to
So what is it?
Tinker.
Mirana mid, Axe off lane, Terrorblade safe lane, Nyx supporting with Warlock 5. Okay, and then Tinker mid. I love this draft from LGD. It's a lot of slow, it's a lot of catch up, it's a lot of mobility. Ravage, laser, rockets. Phantom Assassin just hitting around while that Ravage has got them stunned. Crystal Maiden with an ulti while Tidehunter's got that ulti out. I like it. Ravage, Monkey King ult, everything kind of, to me at least, everything kind of synchronizes well. There's some chemistry here for LGD's draft. We don't have a panel here at my house, so we can't really ask them what they think. But, you know, any thoughts over there? They say no. So let's take a look at who's going where. I was told this is sure, but I like shy better. Shay, actually, is what I was using. So I'm going to stick to that until I'm corrected by the man himself. So he's going to be on the Terrorblade, already setting up off lane. I would assume that's not right. Actually, they could try lane off lane, so it wouldn't be too bad. You've got the Mirana, who's probably going to be going mid. You've got Wrong out on that Warlock. And then up top, you've got Dark on the Axe. So, take a look at the other side. Crystal Maiden, going to be played by Yao. Monkey King. Bald. No name. Man with no name. Always wonderful. As you've got maybe on the Tinker. Ame on the Phantom Assassin. With the stand-in Fly Faye on the Tidehunter, so that Monkey King's got to be Victoria. And he's got his name back. Amazing. So they're going to push through onto this bounty rune. So it should be 3 bounty runes going the way of EHOME. A nice little advantage for them. A nice little purple prismatic gem on this Terrorblade. Corresponding with the nice colors of EHOME.Keen. By the way, there is a Tinker. I am a 2K caster. This is a Phantom Assassin in the offlane. If you say safe lane in chat, you were wrong too. So you're 2K. So I do like the Axe call. It's going to do well in the safe lane. The farm's going to be all right. You're going to have this nice dual lane down the low for the moment in bottom. Maybe we do see Nyx come over, but Nyx is going to be in that 4 spot, which I don't really like. I don't think Nyx does that well in a 4 spot. I think he does better with the off lane, but they picked up the axe, so that should open up a little bit of space for the Nyx, which I do like, and there is a possibility for some kills up top from a Nyx. A stun comes in, a nice impale, as well as a call. All of a sudden, you've got yourself maybe a kill. But again, I like this draft from LGD. I think it's going to work out better for them. A lot of slow, a lot of potential for some hard hits. And Tidehunter, you're playing hide and seek with a man who knows how to find people. Hiding in those trees was not enough. Wrong. Ultimate hide-and-seek player. And there's the Metamorphosis already. Anchor Smash is going to come through, negate a little bit of that damage coming in. And Terrorblade, you know, he does use this Metamorphosis to kind of up that farm and up that push, but they're still looking for it. Tidehunter staying very close. He's looking for that Anchor Smash, but now he's in a little bit of trouble. He's trying to run away. He's got himself, what, 1 in Anchor Smash, 1 in Kraken Shell, down to about 100 and something health. He's got the salve available. With the Shadow Word out on him, he's going to be forced to use it as soon as it runs out. So there it is already. He's kind of forced out a lane, not really being too effective. He's found himself 2 last hits. Meanwhile, the Terrorblade down here is doing all right. A couple of denies, a couple last hits, 11 and 6, top of the CS chart. Meanwhile, this Phantom Assassin needs to very much be careful. Ame, not enough mana for a stun out onto the Nyx. But if Dark gets too close, a nice call would be working wonders. So, Terrorblade and Tidehunter, a little bit of a tongue twister there. Just trading hits back and forth. Ron going to come out now. Just harass up this Tidehunter with the Fatal Bonds, and Tidehunter just going to have to eat it. It's really nothing too crazy. Wrong has enough for that Shadow Word if they want to continue to go in. Meanwhile, we haven't really taken a look over mid. Mirana versus Tinker, a lane that should go the Tinker's way. Tinker level 4, only 2 in laser. So maybe Tinker, I've been told this is quite a thing. So we'll have to see. It's now 2 in March and the Machines. It's going to continue to push this lane, and Mirana is going to be in a bit of trouble, not really having the greatest of times. So Mirana, it's 11 and 1, doing all right, and meanwhile, Ame gets a kill up top on Dark. So I wasn't watching the minimap, I'll admit. Was looking over mid. Was a bit of a push. Didn't think he was going to go in for a kill, but I should have been doing a better job. So 1-0 in favor of LGD. First blood goes their way. Now let's see what LGD can do to kind of continue this momentum forward. Obviously, it's just 1 kill. They want to get more, but you know, they need to make sure that they can kind of find something. And LGD, that's what they're going to be looking for. There's the Stifling Dagger. The slows are out on both the Nyx as well as the Axe, and they're going to be looking for a nice Primal Spring to really line this up. There's the Frostbite. Primal Spring comes through. Victoria, no Boundless Strike, so the Impale's going to be there. And there's a nice 2-man call. Crystal Maiden, you are in trouble. That is 1. But there is the Jingu Mastery for Victoria. Now just trading shots with this Nyx, who does not really have enough mana for a stun, but does have enough for Spike Carapace. So they need to be careful on LGD. But it is a 1-for-1 trade. Maybe not what you want, giving away a kill on your Axe, but you'll have to take it. To get 1 in return when you're getting got on is always nice. So, EHOME.Keen trying to eliminate LGD in this lower bracket right now. So they just continue to farm. Terrorblade with those treads already. Tidehunter 15 and 1 has found a couple of last hits at this point now with 2 in Anchor Smash and 2 in Kraken Shell, able to kind of just stand and stay put. Actually, coming over mid, Wrong. He is way out of position right now. Maybe he's going to come on over. They've got Victoria just jumping around the trees. Wrong going to try and juke out this entire lineup of LGD. But continuing to move forward is Victoria, who's now in those trees. Wrong in a bit of trouble. There's the Primal Spring. Jingu Mastery starting to tick up. That's 1. That's 2. And Victoria going to continue to push on forward on Wrong. Nobody coming to his help on EHOME.Keen. Yao is here. There's the Frostbite trying to line it up as maybe. And he will get the kill with the laser. So, 1 easy kill goes the way of this Tinker. And, you know, things are looking okay for LGD. And LGD was in a precarious position early on in the first game. And by no means did I think at all, really, that draft was going to be good. They showed up with an odd draft, and, you know, it stayed that way. It was very much what you thought pre-game. This is a draft that's either going to hit early and then hit hard, or it's going to lose the laning stage, and that'll be that. And that's exactly what happened. But with this draft for LGD, you know, you've got the huge amount of slows, the heavy damage that's going to be coming out from Ame, and they're looking for it here. The Frostbite already used. Nick should be able to TP out and will. And you've got the slows, you've got the kiting ability, you've got the damage that's going to come out for LGD. It's a well-rounded lineup. And I like that from LGD. For EHOME, it's, you know, it's kind of relying on the Terrorblade to be able to push a little bit, find himself some early farm, open it up for the Mirana, and have the Axe get that early Blink Dagger. But now Dark kind of struggling with farm up top. So not really where EHOME.Keen would really like Dark to be at. And it looks as though he might be ganked again. So Dark just going to continue to creep cut. Courier comes through, and now there's the Primal Spring. Ame's here. Dark, you cannot and will not run away from Ame. He saw you come down here, and he says, "No, sir. You're still my prey." Now, unless Strike comes through on the Nyx, they're going to try and get this slow with the Primal Spring. No. M99 is just going to pop on down. So now 4-1, and Ame himself is 3-0. That is distressing if you're EHOME.Keen. You know, that's early big items for a Phantom Assassin, early farm, and something you don't want to see. There's the Primal Spring out on the Nyx. Dark is here. They're going to get the Impale as well as the Call, and now the Stifling Dagger's there, but that's not going to stop the Culling Blade. They're going to look to go for even more. The Battle Hunger's out on Ame, who's now in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to get that nice Blink Strike away. But with that speed of the Phase Boots, he does make himself some space. Here's the Star Storm, and that's going to hit a couple of times out on Ame and finish him off. So both Ame and the Monkey King kind of get caught out, and the advantage they once held kind of dissipates with those giveaway kills. And now it's right in EHOME.Keen's favor. So with that, EHOME.Keen, they're going to take a tier 1 of their own down low in the bottom lane, and Nyx just kind of standing here up against this tied Phantom Assassin as well as the Crystal Maiden. Spike Carapace doing work, and there's the Vendetta, but going to make enough space. He is not dusted up, but there is a Sentry Ward that is now spotted and killed by the tower. So now he knows he can continue to move on forward. He's got the vision out on this LGD side. And will EHOME make anything of it? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there's the Vendetta hit with the Impale, and he's going to get a kill. Probably going to give up his life for this. Spike Carapace comes through. And there's the Anchor Smash to finish it off. So 1-for-1 trade, but, you know, works out for Nyx.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And EHOME.Keen, they're just kind of sitting steady. So take a look at Dark. He's got himself a Ring of Health, so he's going for the Vanguard first. And, you know, from there he should be able to get himself a Blink. He'll be a harder target to kill. And then we'll see from there when he gets that Blink Dagger, the availability to Blink Call. You know what I never understood? And this is really off topic. Vanguard doesn't give armor. It's a piece of armor. When a knight picks up his armor, that includes his shield. This is the petition, starting now. Vanguard to give armor. Make it happen, guys. Join me in the fight to make Vanguard give armor, as it is a piece of armor. So Victoria is going to spot out this Mirana. I'm pretty sure they spotted out the Nyx. Not going to matter. He's going to break that Vendetta. And now TPing in is going to be this Tinker. So they've got 3 here for LGD. Maybe... Oh! Across the bow was that arrow. And avoiding that Primal Spring with the leap out is going to be the Mirana. So, top of the net worth is this Tinker, maybe. Looking for the Blink Dagger next. Next on the list is the Terrorblade, who's got himself the Dragonlance, looking for the Yasha for the Manta style. Followed up by the Mirana, who's looking for that early Ags. I'm not too sure how I feel about Ags this game for Mirana, but I think it's pretty standard. It doesn't mean I don't feel too weary about it. But coming over smoked right now is Yao and Victoria. They're going to make their way over. A nice deep ward is placed out from LGD, and they're going to continue to move on up. Ame with Tidehunter has joined the fray. They're going to get that Stifling Dagger. That's going to be a slow, Boundless Strike, Primal Spring, and a dead run. So 6-4 in favor of LGD. They've got themselves 750 gold deficit. But they're pushing well. That's good for LGD. They got to take out these towers, stop the ability of EHOME to farm, but again, here comes the Metamorphosis. They're going to go for this tier 1 mid. The arrow's going to hit on the Tidehunter, who's going to be looking for that Ravage. He's trying to set it up. There's the Gush. There's the Moonlight Shadow, but that's it. You're dead. Rockets, laser, everything is just thrown at JJJ. And a Terrorblade is dead next, and that should put LGD in the lead. Just, no, no, okay. So we take a look over. Stifling Dagger comes out as well as the Primal Spring. Dark looking for that call. He gets the Battle Hunger, and there it is. There's the call. So he's got that Vanguard. The spin's coming in. I'm in a little bit of trouble. There's the Battle Hunger. Meanwhile, Courier is going to die on the side of LGD. Yeah. Whoop. Coming over. Nyx is dead. Arrow off the mark. Arrow on the mark! Excuse me. Spoke too soon. Fool me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. I'm fired. Wrong's gonna come on through. Okay. Alright there, Tide. You're down 1-0. Let's chill with the taunts. So nice Fatal Bonds comes out. Starstorm gonna hurt these creeps. Bring Tidehunter down to about half health, but no worries with his nice amount of armor. So Terrorblade still looking for that Yasha. Phantom Assassin going for the Desolator first. Over on the Tinker, he's got himself that Blink Dagger soon. He does have Boost Travel and the Soul Ring, so he's alright for now. Meanwhile, the Blink Dagger does come out on the Axe. So Dark's got himself a Blink Dagger. He should be looking good to get himself a couple of Blink Calls if they want to make that movement. And look for a couple of kills. That's a hard target. That's one spin, but I don't know why you'd give away the fact that you have a Blink on an unkillable target at the moment. So there's the Gush. He's slowed up. They think about using Ravage. There's the Blink Call in. Fatal Bonds with the Impale. They might have something here with a Chaotic Offering. He's stunned up once again. He's going to have to use that Ravage on 3. And that, no, nothing. Cool. Again, a little bit too over-eager here. Meanwhile, down low, Victoria will get a kill on the Mirana. We're taking a look mid. I thought a fight was going to happen. Sorry I missed that kill on Mirana, but see a Ravage come through. You think something's going to happen. There's the Blink as well as the call on a PA. And now there's the stun, the Mana Burn, and the kill. So Terrorblade does get the kill. Again, LGD and EHOME.Keen pre-excite me. And again, I'm disappointed. Don't tell her. Thanks. So Dark just gonna continue to farm. He's looking for a Blade Mail next. That should be nice. And then Tide looking for the Blink. Then he'll probably finish off those Guardian Greaves. Take a look over. The Phantom Assassin still needs to finish off that Mithril Hammer for the Desolator. Over on the Tinker, Blink Dagger has been picked up. And they are ready to roll. Meanwhile, Battle Hunger out on this Crystal Maiden. Maybe they're going to look to make something happen on EHOME if they can find a nice blink call. They're going to blink further to the Crystal Maiden, get the call, but the laser as well as the rocket is going to prove to be some trouble. The Impale hits on nobody. The Fatal Bond's doing a little bit of work, but the mech comes out from the Tidehunter. They're going to chase down Wrong. It's getting very low. Gus should come through. Not going to be a kill just yet. Looking for the Anchor Smash. Is going to miss. The Shadow Ward keeping him alive. The Primal Spring is there. One more hit will do it as Victoria finds a kill, but they've dove past this tier 2. They're going to continue to move on forward. This Fatal Bonds is continuing to hit away at the rest of the team on LGD. And here comes Dark. Dark's going to be there with the Moonlight Shadow, and I'm pretty sure they're going to lose this Tidehunter eventually, as there's the call to follow it up. The Balance Strike comes through, as well as the ulti from the Monkey King. Everybody getting low on the side of EHOME. They're going to have to retreat. The Stifling Dagger comes through. The Moonlight Shadow is going to help this Mirana avoid that. And then they're actually going to take out Ame with this Terror Blade. The Spike Carapace comes on through on the Tinker. And let's see if they can get a nice blink call. They do get the call, but the ulti comes through from Crystal Maiden for just a moment. And maybe with the huge laser is going to get a kill on Dark. So 11-8, first to 10 kills goes the way of LGD this game. That was actually an interesting exchange. I didn't know the Terror Blade was going to get a kill right there. And now he's looking to finish off that Manta style. This Terror Blade is going to hit prime time at around 25 minutes. But the question is everybody going to follow suit on EHOME? They're looking for the Blade Mail on their Axe. The Axe is going to be finished in just a moment for the Mirana. Take a look over at the Nyx, who's looking for a Blink Dagger. And then Warlock's looking for that Recovery Midas. For the other side, LGD, we've got the Medallion out on Victoria. Yao, Tranquils, bottom of the net worth? No, second bottom. And then for this Tinker, he's going to go for Aether Lens. Phantom Assassin, still no Desolator, as that Ami was taken out last fight again. And then Tide, still looking for that blink, that elusive blink. So Manta style finish for Terrorblade, but coming bottom is LGD. They're looking for a kill. Or at least a push out. One or the other. And they'll look to continue to push. The blink is actually right into the face of this Terrorblade. They spot him. Oh. Okay. I could have sworn they were about to use Ravage for that. And that probably would have netted them a kill. That was close. So they're going to come in onto this Terrorblade. There's the blink call. Fatal Bonds, Impale, as well as the Mana Burn. He does get that mech off, but not going to be enough. Tower is going to take him out. There's the Spike Carapace. They do get the stun on. Maybe they're going to continue to walk on forward. They're looking for the Starstorm. Arrow's going to split the seams, and now they're looking towards Yao. Yao's going to use that ulti, but immediately stopped up by that Chaotic Offering. They're going to get the call out on Tinker. That's going to be 3 for EHOME.Keen. Meanwhile, on the back end, they do lose a Nyx, but 3 kills for EHOME.Keen is what they're going to write home about. So EHOME.Keen, they get a couple of kills. They're going to continue to push. They've got the Metamorphosis of this Terrorblade. They'll work on this tier 2. For now, it's got backdoor protection.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But they're not going to be able to get the kill Oh boy. Nope. Wrong stepped into the wrong neighborhood. You guys like that one? A little joke for you guys. The wrong neighborhood. The wrong neighborhood? No? I liked it. So, Phantom Assassin gets a kill on the Warlock wrong. And now with this Ags farming up pretty well is going to be this Mirana. Looking for the Yules next. But we take a look over the Tinker who's just trying to counter push. And he's looking for the Ags next. Which should be pretty nice for the team fight composition of LGD. As they are working with a couple of nice components. The Ravage, the Freezing Field. And now, what's going to combine with that is going to be the Bouncing Laser once they get that Axe. And on top of that, they've actually got a nice Wukong's Command, so that should be nice. Take a look up top, they're actually going to spot Maybe, and now he's going to get that Mana Burn, and he's very low on mana, in a little bit of trouble. Ami's going to make the TP over, but using that Vendetta is going to be this Nyx. So they don't end up getting the kill on the Tinker. Just spotting him out is going to be the Nyx, but nobody dies. Take a look over at Dark, just about finished with this Blade Mail. And then we're going to go in on him. If they could start with a nice Primal Spring, the Balance Strike is going to miss, but he's going to use that Wukong's Command. The call is going to come on through. And now Dark trying to run away, but there is the laser to follow it up. And it will be a kill for LGD. So they're going to force out the Moonlight Shadow. Coming on over is Maybe. I'm just going to continue to push with the likes of the Tide and Ame. So LGD, they're looking much better this game. Game 2, as they're already down 1-0. But EHOME.Keen only behind 4,000. I read that wrong. They're ahead 4,000 net worth, with LGD only behind 4,000 net worth. They're making this game really seem like it's theirs. Like they're in full control. So Recovery Midas for Nyx Assassin. Gonna be going for that Blink Dagger next. Wrong. He's got that Recovery Midas. Dark has that full Blade Mail Terrorblade. Looking for a BKB. And then Mirana looking for a Maelstrom. So EHOME, they're trying to find their next big items. Maybe look to fight afterwards, but I kind of gotta hope the game lasts as long as it should. They get the Vendetta out. They do spot Ame. Backing off is going to be this Nyx. They throw the Sentry down and the Dust, but nowhere to be seen is this Vendetta Nyx. They're going to make their way up top. Coming on through is going to be this Mirana. And nearby is Maybe. They're looking for the arrow. There's the blink away. Going to try and TP out. Can he get the point blank arrow? No! Very late from this Mirana. So Rocket's laser come out on Wrong. That's another kill. That's another death for Wrong. 1, 5, and 4. It is a sad, sad storyline. So Dark may be looking for something on the return. There's the double Star Storm as well as the call. The Balance Strike's going to slow that down with the Wukong's Command coming through as well as the Freezing Field onto the Blade Mail. Dark looking for something. No, that dunk's not going to be enough. There's the Metamorphosis. He'll finish off the Crystal Maiden, but pushing on forward is going to be JJJ. There's the double Star Storm. They are going to spot out this Monkey King Victoria. Can they get the kill? He's just so fast. So BKB is finished for the Terrorblade. And he still sits top of the net worth, a little bit ahead of this Tinker, maybe. He's got that Axe finished off. So let's see if he continues to push out sufficiently. And so EHOME can't really counter that much and find themselves their own farm. The more these lanes are pushed out, the tougher it's going to be for EHOME to come back. And again, I say come back, but they've got a 4,000 net worth lead.
This'll come in handy.
So checking Roche is going to be this smoked up Tidehunter. Not going to find anything. But they're going to work on it. They're going to sneak in with that smoke. So LGD, they're going to try and find this first Roche. Do EHOME get a sniff of this? Very low, coming over. There's the arrow, gonna hit on the Tide. They know it's nearby, but down goes Roche. Aegis picked up by Ame. And that's gonna be a fight and an exchange that's gonna go LGD's favor. In LGD's favor. So EHOME.Keen just continuing to farm up as much as they can. And they're actually going to smoke. They're going to look for a couple of kills. They know the Aegis has just been taken by LGD, but if they can make something happen, all of a sudden LGD could be in trouble. They're going to come over mid. They've got the Vendetta coming out from the Nyx. They're going to be looking for a nice point call, but they get the rock, drop down. They're already going to get a kill on Yao, and now they're looking for more on Victoria. They've got themselves a second. They're going to be forced to push out this Ravage in just about a moment, as maybe he's going to fall again. They don't even throw the Ravage, so now he's just going to turn tail and run. And the BKB, popped by Terrorblade, is going to keep him alive for now. So they keep him alive. They take out 3. They look for a tier 2. Why not push more? There's no Tinker for 50 seconds, and they're going to figure this out real soon when they try to go in for this mid-tier 3. Looking for the call. There's the Blade Mail popped by Dark. They're continuing to push back this Tidehunter and go for this tier 3. So EHOME.Keen, they're going to get themselves a tier 3. They still know that there's no Tinker alive. There's a call. It's not going to be in time. They're looking for that Ravage, but no! He blinks into the center. He's going to get called. There's the Wukong's command. That's not going to work out either. And the Chaotic Offering Golem takes the tier 3 mid. Oh boy. LGD just throwing away what seemed to be a game in their favor. That's unfortunate. Because that would have been a nice Ravage in between the entire team. Maybe Phantom Assassin cleans up a couple of kills there. But instead, they just lose the Tide and their tier 3. So, by no means is this game over. There's a Tinker on the other side. Problem is, at this point, PA not really doing as much as maybe LGD would like. So they're going to push bottom, try and make something happen, and leading the charge is going to be this Nyx. Oh no, Sentry Ward is there, and you're dead. So now there's nothing there in terms of vision for EHOME.Keen, and Nyx is dead for 50 seconds. He's got to watch out. They've been having Sentry Wards and Dust ready for this Nyx, and that's already an issue. So LGD, they take a bottom tier 2. They're going to look to take a tier 3, but I'm not sure this is the fight they want to take. They're going to miss the call, and now already very low is going to be this X. They're going to use the Chaotic Offering as well as the Ravage is going to come through from this Tidehunter. Here comes the Freezing Field from Yao. He's going to have to stop that early. The Sunder is used but it's not a lot of health going the way of JJJ, but he's going to use that BKB. He's going to continue to work. He's going to pop that Aegis already out on the Phantom Assassin, and now maybe he's going to try and get that laser off and slow down the damage being dealt from EHOME.Keen. They're going to continue to work, the laser bouncing around time and time again, and now it looks as though this Tidehunter is ready to go with that Gust. Gush is going to get the kill onto the Warlock, and it's only a 1-for-1 for now. They do get that blink call, pulling this Tidehunter deeper and deeper and deeper, and now it looks as though they're going to get the Starstorm out on the Tidehunter. They're going to continue to look on forward as they do get the leap. The arrow's not going to be timed right, and the dunk will. Meanwhile, Vendetta Nyx is going to be dead once more. So they lose the Warlock, they lose the Nyx, but Phantom Assassin, Tide, Crystal Maiden taken out on the side of LGD, and that's a win for EHOME.Keen, as well as the fact is they didn't lose their tier 3. Nice ward here, though. I like this. So EHOME.Keen making their presence felt over LGD. Top of the net worth is still that Terrorblade who's looking for a nice MKB. Take a look over next on the top of the net worth for EHOME.Keen is going to be this Moran who's got that Yule's looking for the Mjolnir in full. And then next is that Axe who's pretty much got the same items except for the Force Staff. On the opposing side, Tinker. He's got himself Axe, Aether Lens, Boots of Travel, looking for the Bloodstone next. Phantom Assassin, Desolator, BKB still. And then Tidehunter, Hooded Defiance, Blink. Still no Guardian Greaves.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So Vendetta over top for this Nyx.
Radiant's top tower has
While
fallen.
the rest of his team takes the tier 1, then this Tide's going to show himself. I'm not too sure you want to be that cocky. Let's put it that way. Illusions coming through as well as the LGD team smoked up. They're going to try and get in with that Primal Spring. There's Balance Strike out onto as well as the Rockets. And EHOME.Keen, they're just looking to retreat. There's the blink forward with the Gush. They're actually going to land that dust on the Nyx, but now Tidehunter all by his lonesome. He's going to be hit by that call. And there's the dunk, and now it's another in Crystal Maiden. They're going to lose that Axe, but really at what cost is it for LGD?
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is
So,
under attack.
22-20. EHOME.Keen LGD. And EHOME.Keen, they continue to rock a nice lead as they're up 10,000 net worth. And coming to clean up this bottom lane is going to be Moran.
This'll come in handy. Horn of the realm.
So EHOME.Keen, they're looking now for a Scotty out on JJJ on the Terrorblade as he's got that full finished MKB. And for Nyx Assassin, Force Staff, Blink, Arcane Boots, maybe he's going to try and go for an Ags next. This should be a smoke. Now, I would have gotten that word out earlier, but drinking some water. So LGD with the big 4-man smoke. Trying to make a play out on EHOME.Keen as they feel this game slipping away and their lives in Star Ladder slipping away as well. So I don't find anybody in the EHOME.Keen jungle. And with that, oh boy, there's the Gush. I thought for a second Ravage was going to be used with no questions asked, but luckily not. So turning it around will be EHOME, as they're going to use a smoke of their own on 4. Backing off is LGD. And let's see if EHOME.Keen can find anything with their smoke. Coming over mid is going to be Victoria, and now it's Moonlight Shadow. Blink into the call, not going to find anybody just yet. There's the Battle Hunger to slow up this Tidehunter. They're still trying to continue to work. There's the leap in, as well as the arrow with the Yules. They get the call, Boundless Strike, as well as the laser. Now BKB is going to be popped by this Terrorblade, and they'll just walk out of Wukong's command. But BKB pretty unnecessary. So there's the BKB, pop by Ame into the call, and now he might be in a little bit of trouble. The BKB is there on the back end. They're going to get a nice 2-man golem stun, and they're going to continue to work on Yao. That's going to be an impale. That's going to be a kill. Ame's going to fall next to this Terrorblade. They're looking for more. They're looking for Victoria, but coming on through, there's a Sunder. Thanks for the health. See you later, Tide. Boundless Strike, as well as the call, the laser, the rockets, the Ravage. And they are still looking to turn this around. They get a kill on both the Axe and the Terrorblade. They'll find Rong as well in the Warlock, but he'll TP out successfully. So, an interesting trade, but buyback forced from the Tide. He came in, he delivered health to this Terrorblade. And now 25-22 in favor of EHOME.Keen, and one less buyback to worry about. And that is Dagon 1 for Nyx. So Basher is out for this Monkey King, and Dagger, what, 4? 3? Dagger 3 for LGD. There's the blink. It's going to hit the Tinker with the Impale. Maybe he's going to have to run. Ame's nearby, and there's a nice Fatal Bonds. They get the dust out, and now the Gush comes through with the Boundless Strike. They get the kill, maybe with the Dagon, but now maybe might be in a little bit of trouble. Going to leap out is going to be this Mirana. And no follow-up, really, from EHOME.Keen. Interesting. Now they're going to TP in. They're going to try and look for something. They know Roche is being taken. It's at about half health. And now retreating the Roche pit is LGD. So they give up the Nyx, but Roche not taken just yet. They're still looking to take Roche. This illusion will spot it out, and now Ame, let's see if he retreats. They're going to come through. They know the scan's nearby. They're going to try and make a play. Here comes the arrow. Arrow's going to miss on Ame. Now they get the Frostbite out, as well as the Freezing Field. Yao very low. There's the Yules out on the Tidehunter. They've already taken out Rong, who did not have his ult, but JJJ is going to get a kill, or actually it's going to be the Mirana getting a kill on Victoria, and now they look for the Sunder. There it is. That's easy for the kill from Terrorblade onto this Tidehunter, but coming through with the Dagon is maybe, as well as Ame. A huge crit coming in from Ame, and now there goes the Axe. BKB is popped. This is getting turned around, but BKB is only up for a couple more seconds. They might want to look to continue this forward. And they pop the Aegis, but the laser takes out Mirana. How much are they willing to lose? And it's everything. Wow. You know, when Tide picks up this Dagon 5, I'm trying to think of a word that's a better adjective than he gets. He becomes deadly. Because deadly is an understatement. Dagon, rearm, Dagon, rearm. Dead. You're dead. Dagon, rearm, laser, rockets, Dagon. That's a lot to deal with. And under that, LGD, they're looking to take a tier 3 of their own. So coming in is maybe, oh boy, Rong, you need to run. There's the tier 3, but there's the blink call, and there's the blade mail that's going to bring down maybe to half health. They do end up getting this kill on Dark, but Ame is going to fall to Rong. And Golem getting very low here too. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. They'll take it. There's the TP in. Sentry. And oh boy, again, this Nyx is going to be found out and killed most likely. And there it is for maybe. Now coming in is the Terrorblade as well as this Mirana the Rocket, and lasers are going to bounce right through. And that really puts EHOME.Keen on the retreat. Everybody claiming that maybe LGD's match fixing, but this Tidehunter is fighting. Maybe is 100% fighting.
Excellent.
Gotta remember this Tidehunter is a stand-in. So it's hard to just mesh well with a new team. So EHOME, they're going to continue to farm up and look for something. Top of the net worth by so much is this Tinker, and they've brought it back all the way to even as EHOME.Keen. They once had a 10,000 net worth lead, and that's diminished to nothing.
The prize is mine.
And maybe really the one keeping them in this game with the Dagon Laser Rockets. So we'll have to see what happens for EHOME.Keen if they start to be the ones who are on the back end of these exchanges. And LGD, they look to continue to push and possibly finish this game. So, in the eyes of this Tinker is not going to be this Nyx, but being kind of, corralled in their base is EHOME.Keen. And that makes it really tough for them to farm. A team that once had 10,000 net worth lead, they're sitting stuck in their base, knowing that if they go out, the big bad maybe is going to come on through. 22 Bloodstone charges, Dagon 5, Ags, Aether Lens. It's starting to add up for this Tinker. The scan's actually right on EHOME. So let's see, this looks like a smoke ready to happen for LGD. There it is. So they had that scan earlier, and maybe they don't know where exactly that is. Ame's going to be caught. There's the, wow, a huge 1300 crit. And just like that, Rong is taken off the map, and without that chaotic offering and now no gem, EHOME.Keen, they are in a lot of trouble. That was faster than I could have said what happened, and really it was only Stifling Dagger, and that's it. So Scotty finished off for this Terrorblade. He's doing alright with his farm, still sits second, but now down by 8,000. As LGD, they still try to keep their tournament hopes alive. They need a win. So let's see what EHOME.Keen can do to stop this from happening. Maybe move on to the next round and eliminate LGD. Really kind of slowed down the pace of the game from something that used to be a very quick pace, kill after kill after kill, and now it's slowed down as EHOME.Keen. They know they can't be as aggressive as they once were earlier in this game. And to me, it seems as though EHOME.Keen have kind of missed their timings. So BKB is out for the axe. Let's see what happens with LGD. They're going to continue to push. There's the Primal Spring right into the trees. Moonlight Shadow and LGD, they got to think about starting to back up. EHOME.Keen's not going to really push the envelope. They spike Carapace. They look for something. There's the Boundless Strike out on the Nyx as well as the Gush. And now coming through is the Terrorblade and Dark. They're going to come right on into this Tidehunter. He's going to get that Ravage off. There's the Guardian Greaves to keep him alive. It's a 1-for-1 trade thus far. And now, actually, the Sunder! Maybe he's going to fall. He's going to immediately buy back as they lose the Terrorblade and the Nyx on EHOME. And it was a 2-for-2 exchange and a buyback from Maybe. But Terrorblade, no buyback. And LGD, they're going to poke and prod until they figure that out. Blink call, and now a couple of Star Storms with the dunk. Ame dead just like that. And now, maybe coming into the base, the rockets, the lasers, the Daggons, and now they're trying to make something happen. There's the Star Storm. Solar Crest is out on this Mirana. Maybe just trying to rearm as much as he can. The Frostbite comes through. Yeah, in a bit of trouble. They're going to lose him. They're trying to get Maybe. There's the E-Blade. 2 kills from Rain. And now it's looking to be a whole team wipe. There's the Shrine, but coming in. Hey, I just met you. My name is Maybe. You're looking dead. So call me Maybe. Because that's his name. I thought that joke was going to go a lot better. It's kind of worth it. It's alright. And maybe he's really got to watch out, though, because he did buy back, so could be trouble for him. Shadow Blade used here by Monkey King. Oh, boy, Maybe he's trying to come back into town. The call has been made. And Maybe having second thoughts. With that, they move on into Roche. Dagon, rearm, back to base. You're half health, Roche. Still no Axe, still no Mirana. And now Ame's in there. It's gonna be picked up by Ame. Maybe not the best choice. I think Tinker needs it, but Tinker can't hold it, so I guess maybe the best choice. So what do EHOME do from here? The question is try and hold out, as they are now even in net worth. If they find Maybe again, that will be it. But they need to find him. That's the hard part. So, let's see what both these teams plan on doing. They do ping out the jungle by the secret shop from LGD towards EHOME.Keen. But will LGD make their way over there? Showing up mid is going to be this Mirana. Ame going to come on forward. But they won't find anything of it. So now LGD come over. They start to hit away at this second shrine. And EHOME.Keen will really be encapsulated into their base. So maybe continuing to push out. just going to push out these creep waves while the rest of his team takes out this shrine. And while all that is happening, EHOME.Keen, though, just look to continue to farm. Is this smoke waiting to happen? Just a couple more seconds. There it is. There's the big smoke play. They're looking to get something LGD. They're going to start to retreat. I'm not too sure if they spotted that. But now they're in the high ground, and TPing out is maybe. If they could get a couple of kills here for the side of EHOME, that would be nice. They get Victoria locked up. There's the Lotus Orb as well as the Chaotic Offering. E-Blade comes through on Yao. Terribly continuing to move forward. They've got one in the Monkey King, and Ame trying to work. Yao's gonna die. Zhai. No, he does not get off the Sunder. Or actually, it was on cooldown, and now they're gonna lose that PA. So the buybacks there from the Nyx continuing to work as both Dark and the Mirana. Stifling Dagger is going to be avoided. And they did lose the Tinker. I didn't even see that happen. So 3 for 2. Not too sure how worth it that was for LGD. As they start to take a lead. And they're going to wait for Terribly to come back up for the side of EHOME. And actually, Tide's right here with Hame as well as maybe Bye-bye Baby, Bye-bye Dark. That is depressing. So 38-37, 53 minutes in. And no. Tidehunter, he's going to pop that pipe. He does have cheese available. There's the mana burn. Continuing to work forward, and now maybe he's going to come in. They're looking to get wrong. There's the Gush, and pushing them back. There's the Stifling Dagger, and now stunned under tower is going to be Ame. There's the buyback from Dark. And let's see if LGD just back off from there. Spike Carapace comes through again. There's the blink call forward, and now continuing to throw rockets as well as the BKBs. Now pop by Ame. Ame's going to try and work. He's got the Lotus Orb out on him as well as this Tidehunter. Tidehunter does not have Ravage for another 3 seconds. He's going to be locked up in that call. He's going to eat that cheese, get himself back to full health. Meanwhile, on the back end, Ame's going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get very low. He's going to fall. And now they're looking to get more as the Wukong's command as well as the Ravage are popped after taking out this Nyx, but they don't find anything in the upheaval really slowing them down. If they can get, maybe this could be over. There's the Sunder. It looks like he'll go down, but he does have buyback. So he has buyback. Ame has buyback. There's the ulti. Zhai is very low. He'll fall as well. And now there's the blink call on 2. Arrow's going to come through. It will hit on both, on the Tide. And now there's the Boundless Strike that hits on both the Mirana and the Axe. They're trying to make something happen. Chaotic Offering. Not going to hit on anybody, so the Golem's down. No stun is going to be used with it. And let's see what they can do. The body blocks come out from wrong. They're trying to make something happen with this Golem. Blink, Battle Hunger, trying to get a call with the Golem. Upheaval to slow him down. The Lotus Orb is there. But Tidehunter still continuing to blink away. There's the E-Blade. They get the call. They get the Boundless Strike as well as the Primal Spring. But there's the Culling Blade, and now the Shadow Blade with the last pop on Victoria. He hits him down. He hits him low. And actually the attack speed that came out from the leap. From the leap? No. Yeah. Attack speed bonus was there for the Golem too, and that helped him get the kill. No, I didn't get that fight recap. So 42-41, back and forth, and already back up is, you guessed it, call him maybe. But he's down to 9 Bloodstone charges. That's what's there to worry about. As earlier in this game he did have 24, so that's kind of, you know, bad luck. So let's see what EHOME.Keen can do. They didn't take that fight. They're not really able to push. It maybe continues to keep them back. And this game is slowly turning into my nightmare, as it is 5:13 in the morning. And this is only my first series. Started at 3. We could be in for another game. I haven't looked at PA's items in a while. It's got a satanic. Apologize for that. Monkey King, Solar Crest, Shadow Blade, Basher. Ghost Scepter is out for the Crystal Maiden. There's the Guardian Greaves for Tide. Refresher for Terrorblade. Interesting call. Is this a smoke play waiting to happen? No? Moonlight Shadow. Yeah? No? Smoke. Smoke and Moonlight Shadow coming over mid. Trying to get something on this Tide. There's the blink with the call. Terrorblade Metamorphosis dead. He's dead. Oh, no. No Colin Blade. But he's still dead. So they get the kill on the Tide. He's dead for 92 seconds. Does have buyback. And EHOME.Keen, they're going to try and push down the throats of LGD. Try and force something out from LGD and try and make their moment felt. And terribly getting actually very low. Standing in that March of the Machine. Maybe not where he wants to be at. There's a nice stifling dagger. A huge crit comes through from the BKB Dame. That's going to be a buyback from the Tide Hunter. He comes through. BKB used by Dark just to get out. So, Terrorblade dies. Doesn't even get the ability to get that Sunder off. Doesn't even use his BKB. And LGD, they hold. So Butterfly picked up for Phantom Assassin. Okay. Guess that's giving attack speed, damage, and agility. Not terrible. But let's see what the side of EHOME.Keen can do to try and defend this time around. There's Spike Carapace. Oh boy, laser on a whole bunch. It stops the blink and the call of this axe, as well as the Ravage coming through. The Wukong's command's gonna hit. They're gonna take out 2. That's 4 dead already. And now the buybacks aren't there for Axe or this Warlock, and they're gonna get a kill turnaround on the Monkey King. They're looking for more on Ame. Ame getting very low. The evasion not there for him, and now he's dead for 95 seconds. They look to turn it around on Yao. Yao getting very low. Spike Carapace on the Frostbite. He's dead. So 3 dead on LGD. Buyback available on the Monkey King. They're going to look to get Tide next. They will. Caster's Curse. No, he's dead. And they just leave maybe by himself. So 47 of 45, we're an hour into this game. Can EHOME.Keen make something happen? They're going to go take Roche first. So they'll take Roche, they'll take Cheese. I assume Aegis will be there on Terrorblade instead of the Blink Dagger. Yeah, there it is. When things I say happen in Dota, makes me feel smart for like 5 seconds. No, wait, what? Alright, Aegis out for the Mirana. Never mind. About that being smart thing. So, 4 still dead on LGD. The game. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We're an hour into the game, even on the net worth. And, I mean, most bets would be hit at this point. The over in time. First to 10 kills, I don't know. Oh, what else is there? The double over? Almost 100 kills, 92 kills between the two teams. Let's see if we can get 100 kills. Let's do this. First to 50. First to 50k, guys. Take your bets in chat. Let's see how it goes. So Ags is here for Nyx. Going to make that high ground siege even harder for LGD. And now a Satanic out for Terrorblade. Everything gets harder for LGD as they smoke up as a team. And now let's see if they can make something happen. Showing himself mid is wrong. He's going to already use that Fatal Bonds coming through the Shadow Blade. There's the double Star Storm, and now they've got the Spike Carapace. They're going to get the Blink Call out on two. They're going to use this Terror Blade as well as his Metamorphosis. They're going to try and get a kill. The Chaotic Offering comes down. No Ravage is used, and he's going to be dunked on. They're going to look for more in Victoria. Victoria's going to try and run away. Meanwhile, on the back end, Yao's going to be killed by that E-Blade. They get the Yules out. They get the call. They get the kill. And 3 die on LGD for 0 on EHOME. So buyback there for Victoria. Coming through is this Nyx getting very low. There's the Spike Carapace to stun this Tinker as well as the 2-man Impale. They're looking for more. They're going to use that Shrine. There's the Fatal Bonds. It's the Golem getting very low. They're going to get a kill on the Nyx. Meanwhile, the Wukong's command is going to come through. But I don't know how much that's really going to do. Ame getting very close to getting a kill on this Terrorblade. He's dead for 104 seconds. And now Ame's got a double kill. So Terrorblade caught with his pants down and doesn't use that Sunder.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
So no Terrorblade for 87 seconds. This should be a pretty big push. You had the Ags bought out by Nyx, so he won't be alive to really use it. But pushing these waves is going to be the Tinker. 2 kills away. Actually, first to 50 kills was EHOME. So 63 minutes in. It's a nice long game for you. And let's see if LGD can finish it off. They move forward. They show themselves. Dark is here. There's the Linken's pop by the Battle Hunger. Just hitting away at this melee Rax. Oops. So buyback for Tinker, PA, and Crystal Maiden. Let's see what happens. Blink in, double Star Storm. Huge hit from that laser. Destroyed is that Mirana. Dead for 2 minutes. That might just seal the deal. Terrorblade not up for another 10 seconds. They've zoned out EHOME. They've taken 2 sets of racks. And they look to take a third. There's the Blink call out on 2. Nyx is going to get a stun. There's the Chaotic Offering out on 4. But will this be enough? The Freezing Field is there as well as the Ravage. They're going to get 1 in Nyx, 2 in Axe. Another Golem. Dead is wrong, and it's just Terrorblade. The Sunder not enough. All 5 die. EHOME is dead. EHOME calls GG. It was the Freezing Field, the Wukong's command, as well as the Ravage that finishes off EHOME with the laser, Dagon, and hits from Ame, and maybe that bring this series to a game 3. So game 3 in just a moment. LGD, they take this game 2 in 65 minutes, 53 to 50. And let's take a look around the horn. It really was maybe who saved the day. They did all right. You know, 18-9, not too bad, but it was definitely maybe who saved this. And a bit disappointing for EHOME. They had the ability to almost finish this game out, just never could, and LGD eventually got there and won. So we'll be back with Game 2 in just a moment. I'm your caster, BCop, at BCop92 on Twitter. Tweet at me, tell me how I'm doing, tell me what I should be working on. And if your answer is camera work, I know. No. So, we'll be back in just a moment with Game 3. See you guys soon.